The club's glittering monarch watches as 5 kindred and 2 ghouls pile into room 57. Impressive soundproofing keeps the ensuing fireworks silent for the rest of delirium. Octave rises from their plush throne and struts down the stairs, casting an approving glance at their 3 clanmates on stage. They slip through a shadowed door at the back of the dance floor, entering a maze of shifting tunnels and sparking fluorescent lights, the roof expanding into a starry night sky. Far from the club, they enter a control room with a large curved window looking out into a makeshift laboratory with rows and rows of pipes and flasks distilling drops of viscous blue liquid into individual glass tubes. Shadows swallow the center of the lab, where a reclining medical chair sits empty. A well-dressed man with piercing eyes waves a hand as Octave comes in. "Is he here?" the man asks. "Yeah. I told him we'd had a setback on the latest batch. They're dealing with it now." "Not Jack. Is Mathias here?"
No.
Octave narrows their eyes. "You didn't tell him about this, did you?" The man gestures at the laboratory. "Not this. But I tested the waters. He'll come around. It won't be much longer before we're ready for the next phase." A silhouetted figure is led into the lab and helped into the chair. Octave raises a hand to the mirrored glass, a moment's uncertainty flickering across their besequined face. "Not too much longer. Just hold on a little longer."
Oh my god.
Don't dream! They don't dream!
Don't dream!
Oh, yeah, yeah.
What does that have to do with any of this? I want him dead.
There are worse things than death.
"You got the fucking book. Where?"
Step into my office.
Good evening, travelers, and welcome back to the Court of the Jester Princes. I am your storyteller, Jonas Tintenseher, and we are playing Vampire the Masquerade V5 Midnight Gravity. Joining me tonight, our mortified Malkavian, Sky Swanson.
I lost my fact. My notes closed down.
Are you mortified?
You don't have them committed to memory, Sky? Come on.
It's okay. You guys will just vamp. I do have a lot of these.
Vampire.
Vampire.
Heyo.
What?
Again, I wrote out 100 of them, and most of them were just from memory.
Most fish are blue.
Most fish are blue. The mahi-mahi is a colorful oceanic fish found in the Pacific Ocean. It got its name from the English sailors traveling in the area, as the fish would typically swim in front of their boats.
Oh.
What does that have to do with the name?
Shit.
Because they had to yell at it twice to get out of the way.
Yeah. This is why I write them out.
Does mahi mean front of?
Front of.
Front of.
The mahi-mahi is a gorgeous species of Hawaiian open ocean fish. However, the English name for the fish is dolphin. The alternative name for dolphin fish came about from the fish habitat swimming ahead of sailing ships, as dolphins do.
Oh, that makes more
I
sense.
see.
There it is.
Oh, Reggie.
Our horse Hecata, Andrew Frost.
My name is Antonio Stregano, and I really hope the glass on these doors is sturdy.
Antonio's a horse?
That's what I was going to say.
Our timorous Toreador, Rachel Kordell.
I'm Mars, and tonight's song is The Wanderer by Dion.
Our lambent Lasombra, special guest, Meghan Martin.
Wow.
Oh, Chaz here. Meghan fact. I don't know what that word means. And Chaz fact.
Lambent means softly glowing.
Oh, Oh, thank you.
Oh, I thought you just meant Chaz. I was like, it's a name.
And Chaz fact, well, Seattle fact, there is a giant troll. It's called the Fremont Troll. It is 18 feet big, and it is underneath the Aurora Bridge in Seattle. And it is holding on to an actual Volkswagen Beetle.
It's true.
It's cool.
Wow.
And Reggie
It's a
used
cool
to sleep
statue.
there.
I did. A lot.
And our thankless thin blood, Casey Reardon.
I play Mathias Wilson. Are you thirsting for another Thurston being shitty to the woman in his life fact?
You know it.
I'm
It's
so
my favorite
horny
segment.
for that.
Unfortunately,
Love to
oh.
hear it.
Howard Thurston's second wife was Beatrice Fleming Foster. Wow, that's hard to say. And she is only vaguely referenced in one of his biographies, and she's called Tommy in it. It doesn't, however, mention that they were married in 1910 and divorced only 4 years later in 1914, or that she performed in his show as the Queen of Magic.
Wow.
What a good fact, Casey.
That was
Yeah.
good to know.
Yeah.
You didn't sound too bad in that one.
Well, he didn't mention her other than his fiance in his biography, but, you know,
Oh, my bad.
But here you are now, setting the record straight.
setting the record straight,
Tommy!
one fact at a time.
Heard it first here on RP Jesters.
People are going to be so informed about Howard Thurston. It's crazy.
They
Yeah.
will be.
Finally. They'll know the
Unexpectedly.
true Howard Thurston.
Last time on Midnight Gravity,
Too
the
long
coterie
we've put
arrived
him up
at
on
the
a
hardcore
pedestal.
techno trance club Delirium to ambush Ajax Volantis with the blessing of the club's defense. Damn it.
Start over.
Almost made it. Almost made it.
You really tried to train through that.
I had to take a breath, and that did me in.
The Thurston stands are going to come out of the woodwork for Casey.
Yeah.
Last time on Midnight Gravity, the coterie arrived at the hardcore techno trance club Delirium to ambush Ajax Volantis with the blessing of the club's de facto kindred ruler, Octave. Chaz, Mathias, and Reggie split up to cover multiple vantage points, while the Furies, Mars, Mercury, and Venus, took to the stage to influence Jack with their music. Antonio, meanwhile, spotted a spiritual haze hanging over Delirium and made an unsettling discovery about the club's true nature, built halfway into the mystical umbra. Upon Jack's arrival, Octave seemed to refuse to give him any more product, as they called it, whereupon Mathias lured him into a private room with the promise of stolen alchemical knowledge. The coterie converged on Jack, but before they all got inside, Mars,
Yes,
you're rocking out.
I am.
Now, we rolled for your use of Siren's Beckoning, but we didn't roll to see how your performance is. And
Oh.
we can't know how this potential fight scene is going to go without some rock and background music.
Of course.
So why don't you roll charisma plus performance plus 7 dice?
Plus 7 dice?
If Rachel fails this, what does
Yeah.
that mean for the music?
With plus 7 dice, you better not.
If Rachel fails this, it means that the sound system is cut out.
Or they just choose the worst possible track for this fight scene.
So that's 14 dice in total.
Those are all from her character sheet, by the way. That is not bonus dice that I'm giving her.
Wait, what?
Hi.
Holy crap.
I know what I'm doing.
They're going to start playing Weezer if they really fail.
Well, post Pinkerton Weezer. Be
Post
nice to the
Pinkerton
Blue Album.
Weezer. Sorry, yeah, no, not blue. Nothing from the blue.
I forgot that you upgraded your presence to level 4, so actually you were at plus 8 dice.
Oh, good.
Holy shit.
So if Rachel gets above an 8 on this roll, will you pay for the license for Led Zeppelin?
I think her record is 11.
Oh my god.
Off camera.
Pre-chronicle. Wow, surprisingly, that was not very good.
Amazing.
Pink album it is.
It is a 6.
6
Whoa.
on 14 dice.
Mm-hmm.
By mortal standards, a 6 is still an incredible, memorable performance. So the Furies are rocking out quite hard, but not hard enough to bring down the club, as it were. You are playing, and the earworm is harmonizing as best it can, kind of mixing between your music and the music of the club that infects you so deeply when you come here. You see Octave pass by in front of you, giving you an approving nod, and you hope that your coterie can handle this.
Yeah. I hope I hope they do what's right. Didn't know her, didn't need. You were happy to watch her scream. Don't you know that it's coming for you? Don't you know that it's coming for you?
Upstairs. Mathias.
Yeah.
You enter the room with Ajax, and you have a few seconds before everyone else piles in after you. So what do those few seconds look like?
Including his ghouls or excluding the ghouls?
Yeah.
Okay. I think Mathias is going to, he is moving into this room with confidence. I think he has his silver dollar and he's kind of rolling it between his fingers. And I don't really know exactly what the layout of this room, if there's a bed in here for the sex that happens on occasion, or if they're...
It's one of those long rectangular rooms with a couch that runs all around the side and a short table in the middle. So it's a U-shaped couch facing you and a small table for drinks and things.
I think he's going to make his way to the other side of the table and just kind of turn around so that he can see everybody else entering in as he's just kind of rolling the silver dollar.
Okay.
That's so cool.
For playing up your compulsion last time, which is still active, but for taking it a little farther than you technically had to, I will refresh you 1 point of willpower.
Ooh, okay.
And that's not just me being nice, that is a recommended reward for playing up a compulsion in the book.
I'm probably going to need it.
Yeah, that too. It is also me being nice. I mean, I could not give it to you.
Sure.
But I liked what you did, so... In that case, with the positions of everyone as I understood them, the order of entry into this room will be Ajax, his two cronies, Antonio, Reggie, and Chastity. So Ajax enters. He takes a few steps and he starts to sit down on the couch and is flanked by his two cronies coming in behind him as he starts to say, "All right, what the fuck do you... Oh. Hey, hold on. Are you the one that was at that fucking auction?"
Well, how else was I supposed to even know about this thing?
In the additional second it takes for him to calculate whether you were one of the people shooting at him, Antonio enters. Are you just going to go straight in, or would you wait for all three of your other coterie members to join you?
I think I am going to wait a little bit.
Then we will return to the conversation. Let me give... You know what? I'll give Ajax a roll. He is not very smart, so we'll see... And he's at a penalty, so we'll see if he... recognizes you through the haze you enveloped him in. He does not.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. How'd you get it then? Whatever. I don't care. What the fuck do you know?
Well, before I get into it, I'm curious as to what you know. I don't want to sound redundant and I don't want to waste your time.
Yeah, he narrows his eyes and he's like, "Does it fucking matter? We need to fix the sugar. How can we do that?"
You know, it's interesting. I spent not too long with the book, but enough time to pour through it. And quite frankly, it's interesting to see how far back our kind has really delved into the alchemy and how things have changed to create something so vital to our very existence. And if you'll allow me, Jonas, I would like to roll performance stage magic because I am telling a story, which is a big part of stage magic, to buy time for everybody else to get in here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
Yes.
Sure.
Focus. There you go.
I think buying time is not necessarily the concern.
Sure.
But drawing their attention certainly is.
Yes, that is the goal.
Go ahead and roll.
All right. Finally getting to use my stage magic.
Now let me double check the dominance compulsion.
Sure.
Any action that avoids establishing dominance or challenging authority. I think this is a fair challenge at authority, so I will not give you a 2-dice penalty.
Great. Would this be charisma or manipulation?
I think you're more relying on your raw charisma here. You are kind of trying to manipulate them, but that's not really what this is about. Like you're not trying to convince them. You're just trying to hold their attention. That's charisma.
That is what I like to hear. Oh, man. That's only 3 successes out of 8 dice.
You want to spend some of that willpower you just got back?
Yeah, I'll spend one of the willpower I just got back. Why not? Oh, boy. That's another 3 successes. That'll be 6 successes.
It feels good to perform again. Even for these assholes, even in this tiny little room, even without a crowd cheering for you. For 15 seconds. as your coterie gathers outside. You are the star of room 57, and neither Ajax nor his two goons can take their eyes off of you. Reggie, Antonio, and Chaz, you guys have gathered outside the door. Inside, you see through the frosted glass blurry shapes, someone maybe standing near the door. You have the complete advantage. You can take them by surprise. What do we do?
All right. I say use your shadows to disable the goons.
So, question.
Yeah.
Who should I go after? Am I using my shadows on the goons, or am I using my shadows on Ajax? Who do we want to pin down?
Can you get all three?
Jonas.
You could get all three.
Depends on the roll, I think.
Would require splitting your dice pool 3 times. Same with targeting both of the goons. It would require splitting your dice pool. So if you feel confident, you could easily target both of them. All 3 would be pretty hard unless you have an incredible roll. And focusing just Ajax would also be pretty solid.
Okay. Chaz says with full confidence, yeah, I can get all 3.
Oh, no.
If you think you can, I'm not going to stop you.
All right, so I'll hold them down with the shadows. And Reggie here is going to go in for the kill, or?
I thought we weren't going to kill him anymore.
Well, the staking.
Oh, yeah, I can go for it. And Reggie's voice is coming out of nowhere. Reggie's just invisible right now.
As long as you whisper, you can maintain that. Yeah, Chaz, I will also remind you, you are still under the effects of a ruthlessness compulsion, and the next time you fail an action, it will come into effect, so just don't fail.
Oh, God.
I didn't forget that. I'm
Great.
dreading
I
that
did.
happening.
Since Mathias has bought this time as well, Arms of Ahriman does require a turn of setup, but because you're just kind of hanging out here outside and prepping, you can do that here if you like, to be ready to just charge in. So you can go ahead and make a rouse check for that, Chaz.
You got it. Let's not be hungry. Here we go.
Hey, look at that.
Ooh, okay.
Not
Ooh,
hungry.
Sweet success.
All right, so you guys see the shadows around Chaz, in this already dimly lit, flashing fluorescent club start darkening slightly, and she almost seems to fade away into the darkness, just like Reggie has, and they start to slither under the door as well.
Does somebody want to get the door?
Antonio, you would have to get it.
Yeah. Are the shadows able to take hold, like, right now, or do they need, like, line of sight?
That's a great question.
I think that it does need line of sight, unfortunately.
Within line of sight, yeah.
Okay.
How much is line of sight obscured by frosted glass?
I think it's more so not necessarily like
It's really
literal
more a
line of sight,
philosophical question.
but it's more about like you just need to be able to know what you are grabbing. So Chaz could start grabbing indiscriminately, but you don't know which of those shapes is Mathias. So I would recommend opening the door.
That would be really embarrassing if I accidentally grabbed Mathias.
It would also be really funny.
Especially because Mathias had... So as like Matthias's speech is kind of going on, he's paying attention at least a little bit to the door.
Sure.
And like if Antonio cracks it and Chaz's shadows start coalescing, he wants to end like his... Like I have something for the end of his...
For a one-liner?
his
Yeah.
speech.
You got 6 successes. You can give your one-liner, absolutely.
Ooh, I love that.
The door creaks open. The entryway starts to darken. The interior of this room is pretty dimly lit as well. And Mathias catches the coin in his hand and says...
And in all those histories of people using alchemy to find these hidden secrets of the universe, the one that I found most intriguing was how fucking gullible you are.
There we go in.
Let's go. Chaz, why don't you go ahead and roll your Wits Oblivion pool, and I will offer to you, you may want to rouse check first for a blood surge.
I would love that.
Great.
Hungry.
Getting a little peckish.
So that's 2 extra dice. Would you also care to use your portent on this roll, since you're splitting it 3 ways?
Ooh, yes.
That's
I would
probably
love
smart.
to do that.
You do need to say the line. So how does your portent help you here?
So I make sure to check Runa's column in every edition of Aletheum. And according to Runa, a vampire's horoscope depends on both the day they were born and the day they were embraced. And once a week, I can declare, this was in my horoscope, and add a die to any skill test. And guess what? This was in my horoscope, bitches.
You're going to make a new friend, try new things, and jump someone in a club.
I think it's something more like embrace as many new people as you can as they come into your life.
That could mean multiple things.
And you're gonna jump a guy in a club.
That's true. That could mean multiple things. All right.
I think embrace is very appropriate.
Remember the opening of Blade? Wasn't that fucking sick?
So
You're
with
gonna pull a
Oblivion
blade, babe.
plus 3 dice.
With Oblivion plus 3 dice.
With a blood potency of 2 as well, you are rolling 11 dice on this.
Oh,
Ooh.
get some big numbers.
6.
Ooh.
Six is pretty
that's
good.
a lot of numbers.
Must be a lady.
6 successes and 3 empty hunger dice if you would like to spend a willpower to reroll them. Or 3 non-hunger dice, rather, if you'd like to spend a
Do
willpower to reroll them.
it.
Oh, right, because
Might
we
as
have
You
well.
gotta split the pool 3 ways.
Yeah,
so
might as well.
I'm just gonna go for it.
Possible crit.
It's not a possible crit, is it?
Well, you could if there's
if she gets 2 more 10s.
Anything is
Oh, yeah,
possible.
if you get 2 10s at all.
Here we go.
There's one more success.
There you go.
7
Not
successes.
bad.
7 successes. That's okay.
So splitting your whole dice pool gets you 4, 4, and 3 dice on the 2 cronies and Ajax. That's 2, 2, and 3 successes in that order from closest to the door to farthest.
They're not flanking him?
No, there was one sitting next to him and one hanging back by the door.
Oh, okay.
So they'll try to resist. They do still have a penalty from their compulsions.
oh, love it.
Woo!
Love it, love it, love it.
Thanks, Mars.
My contribution.
First crony resists, and the shadows do not grapple him.
Okay.
Second crony fails.
That's good.
Ajax gets a messy critical
Whoa.
for 5 successes.
Whoa.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
I can't believe that's so good. The dice know.
The dice know.
You have 1 crony grabbed, the middle crony.
Okay.
Actually, I should have given them a success penalty for not being aware of what was happening. So I'll do that retroactively. That means the first crony will also fail. Ajax with his 5 successes will still succeed.
That's fine. That's fine. Oh my
Okay.
god.
Okay.
So you have the 2 cronies caught. Ajax is gonna have his messy critical.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll take it.
There is an initiative ranking for a tense situation like this, which is based on certain stats. I have that noted down. You guys have basically a surprise round. It's not like this is a tactical combat game, but we're gonna just jump around here a little bit. So Antonio, you see that the shadows in the room begin to darken, and the 2 cronies sitting on the couch lock up. The shadows on their bodies constricting and immobilizing them as Ajax begins to take notice of what's happening.
Upon entry, I'm just gonna pull whatever firearm that crony has from wherever they're holding it, because I'm assuming they're strapped.
You're gonna pull his gun, okay, sure.
Yeah, that way, if they somehow escape it, there's not much else they can do.
That's a good idea.
See, that's nothing I can
Oh, sure.
do will really impact a vampire. That's the thing.
That's not true. You can shoot him. Superficial damage adds up.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
It over time. You know?
That's true.
You have a stake.
Staking on an active vampire is really, really hard. You guys are probably going to have to beat him down or grapple him at least first.
Okay. So with their gun in my hand, I'll pull out my own gun and I'll just start akimboing.
Boom, 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 boom. Anyway, I
so-
started blasting.
A minor action like that is usually a 2-die penalty. I'm going to reduce that to 1 because you have the element of surprise. So go ahead and roll composure firearms with a 1-die penalty to shoot at Ajax.
And 1-die penalty. I'm gonna use a willpower to see if I can get a success or a crit.
It's only 1 die you're getting there. I wouldn't. I mean, you got willpower to spare. Whatever. You're Antonio.
I got a lot of willpower.
I keep forgetting everyone in this coterie has 4 willpower except for Antonio, who has like 7.
Yeah. No luck though, but it'll be 2 successes, which I'll take.
Which, yeah, not much, but Ajax is currently surprised and doesn't have celerity, so can't react to gunfire, and he doesn't have cover, so he will take that damage. It's 1 superficial. As this tall, gangly Antonio storms into the room, very coolly draws the gun off of the one crony's waistband and then raises the other and just fires twice at Ajax. And we have the fight's begun. Now, that did happen while the door was open, so I guess I lied in my cold open that the soundproofing stops the fireworks.
Yeah.
But that's fine. So he'll take that damage. Let's go to Reggie.
Okay. I mean, Reggie's gonna try and stake Ajax.
Okay, again, a free staking without them being in torpor or restrained or anything is extremely difficult. I think you literally don't have the pool to do it
Okay, then.
unless you get some kind of crazy triple critical.
But Reggie is invisible.
You are invisible. Hold on. Let me double check a rule.
Yeah, that's the only reason that I would go for this. Also, I didn't realize it was that difficult.
It's hard. You need a margin of 5.
Oh, wow. I'm not getting that.
but maybe with your invisibility.
Yeah, my melee is garbage.
If it's dex based, since I'm invisible, I do have 4 dex, and my brawl is 2, so I would have a pool of 6.
Tricky, but possible.
It might be melee, not brawl, though.
Oh, right, yeah, it would be melee. Melee's 1, yeah.
So it would be theoretically possible.
I have 1 in most stats, so.
Okay, well, first, does he see through your obfuscation?
Hi, Dad.
Hi, Dad.
He does not.
Good thing.
So a surprise attack is made at difficulty 1.
I mean, I could try and go for dominate, but I don't think that would go well with him.
Yeah.
So a successful combat staking requires a margin of 5 with a called shot success penalty. So even if I gave you dexterity melee when it should really be strength, you would need, I think, a double critical to pull that off.
Okay, then. So then what would then be my best?
So you could attack one of the cronies.
I
and,
could sweep the legs.
Put them down. You could try and aid whoever attacks Ajax next and give them bonus dice. You could try to bite him, which deals a lot of damage to Kindred.
I will aid whoever attacks him.
Okay. All right. Then we will jump up to Mathias, and then will be the first full round of this.
Okay.
So, for your reference, what you see is there's a very slight shimmer in the air. The shadows darken. The 2 cronies go, and then Antonio storms in and shoots Ajax twice in the chest. What do you do?
Mathias, having the silver dollar in his hand, is going to fling it at Ajax's face, leap onto the table with celerity, and pounce on him and try and bite him.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go.
He'll never recover from getting bitten by a dirty thin blood either.
All right.
How embarrassing.
How embarrassing.
Embarrassing.
Anyone here would be mortified to get bit by a thin blood.
A bite is a strength brawl.
Yeah, I'm not good at it. I have 2 dice.
Good luck with that.
2 dice. There's also a 1 success called shot penalty.
But
You may wish to rouse check. You also get a bonus die for Reggie's assistance, as Reggie is going to sort of grab at and interfere.
Yeah, I'm going to
sweep the
blood
legs.
surge for 1 die, and then I get +1.
So you're
I
at
kick low.
4 dice, and Ajax has a penalty.
Yeah, let me rouse check. That was a success, I think.
Yes,
Yes?
it is.
Yeah, at least you don't get hungry.
And then a brawl, strength +2.
You got this.
That's
Oh
2
my
successes.
That's with the +2. Holy crap. Ah!
So Ajax got 1 with his penalty.
Yay!
You are at a 1 success called shot penalty for a bite.
Fuck.
So I will give this to you to win at a cost. The cost being,
Ooh.
you are now in the arms of a kindred who just had a very messy critical.
Uh-oh. It's all right, Mathias. We're going to get you out of here. You have
I'll take
much bigger plans.
Basically, you will get the bite, but then he will be grappling you instead of you grappling him.
I accept that.
Okay. Ajax will take 2 aggravated damage,
That's good.
which is not healable with a rouse check. And
Oh, this is so cool.
now that you're latched, you can also start feeding on him next turn if you want.
I have 1 hunger right now. I don't know if that's actually going to...
But it will heal any damage you take.
It won't reduce your hunger, but if you can raise his hunger, it makes it harder for him to use disciplines
Right.
and could put him into torpor faster.
Yeah, and
Okay.
even if he were to shoot you, you'd still be able to heal.
And
It's
that
true.
too. You can regenerate yourself through a lot of headshots. We have finished our surprise round. Wasn't that delightful? Let's check back in with the Furies.
Oh, okay.
Mars,
Hi.
you hear gunshots.
They're mixing in with the fireworks, though.
I was going to say, there's a lot of bass going on. It's upstairs where there's only one exit point of sound coming from that room.
They're singing Kiss from a
hopefully it's
Rose
muffled.
by Seal.
Over the top, that excites me and makes me feel like, yes, we're doing it. This guy is fucking dying. But there's something bubbling up from inside that I don't know if I like.
The club music echoing in your head doesn't seem to like it either, and your earworm is twisting and straining under its oppressive weight, squished between the power of delirium and this nauseating feeling. You feel it bubbling up, your stomach turning over. In moments, you might end up just like Reggie a few nights ago at the auction if you don't do something about it. Your bandmates, who are perfectly in tune with you, They notice that something is going wrong, and they prepare to aid you or get you off stage safely if need be. For the moment, you're holding it in there. But why don't you roll just to see?
What am I rolling?
Let's roll composure plus resolve.
How many dice for resolve am I rolling?
Just the one, because your hunger is at 1.
Okay. That's right. Thank you. 1 success.
1 success.
I have willpower, but I don't know if Mars has the will to do something about that.
I mean, a composure resolve roll, this could just as well have been a willpower roll, which you can't reroll anyway. So let's call it that and say that you are holding on, but it is tenuous. You feel the taste of copper on your lips, and the earworm starts to grow discordant, as though someone with a very pointy beard has just entered the building.
Ah, shit.
Okay.
It's Reggie. Reggie has a very pointed beard.
Yeah, we strum an awkward chord, but we're trying.
Okay, I'm going to keep trying to play.
I actually think that feeling in particular makes her want to keep playing more.
Sure. Perhaps you can placate the beast and get your way, while still playing by his rules.
See your target, snatch her up, create the nightmare, give her drugs. Don't you know that it's coming for you? Don't you know that it's coming for you?
Up in the room. We will start at the top of the composure awareness list. So, Antonio, with 5. What do you do? Mathias has grappled with his kind of mutual biting arrangement with Ajax. Reggie has appeared and is sort of around Ajax's back, trying to grapple him. Cronies are still bound. Chastity's behind you.
Am I still close enough to the door?
To close it?
Yeah, because if I entered in, am I able to kick it closed behind me?
I think Chas will need to do that on her turn because she's a little behind you.
All right.
Otherwise, you'll lock her out.
So I'll just give a quick little shut the door. And I feel like I shouldn't blast more right now.
You could probably wait for Chastity to close the door.
Yeah.
If you want.
Am I able to hold an action until?
Yeah, I don't, without checking, I don't know if that's like a specific thing we have a rule for, but yeah, sure, you can just delay.
Well, you know what?
I mean, there have already been gunshots with the open door,
Yeah.
to be fair.
But Ajax is currently getting grappled by Reggie, basically,
And Mathias, yes.
and Mathias. I feel like I should just go for a bite right now.
Everybody
Yeah.
bite the bastard.
Awesome.
You may. It is a strength brawl roll with a called shot success penalty of 1.
I'm gonna rouse the blood.
Yep, probably smart.
Okay, we're going to do a blood search for 2 dice.
I'm a little hungrier, but let's
That's
like a little hunger
fine.
back.
That's fine. We'll take it back, baby.
And you said strength brawl?
Yes, sir. So you're at plus 3 dice. Because Reggie's helping.
Ooh, 5 successes.
Oh, I'm using a willpower to try for that crit.
You don't need the crit. It doesn't.
Oh,
he's-
no?
Unless Ajax gets a crit, he can't actually out-roll you right now.
Ah,
Oh
that's
my
fair.
God, we're doing it. We're taking down the big bad,
The final villain of
the
this
final
campaign.
villain of this campaign.
There's no one more evil.
Oh my God.
Now, he did blood surge, but he still
would he
only
do
has 3 successes. And versus your 5 reduced to 4, that is a success. So you will deal another 2 aggravated
Hell
damage.
yeah.
Oh my
To
God.
Ajax.
Yes.
However,
Uh-oh.
as a Hecata,
Oh.
Oh, you're right. I forgot about this.
You can't drink real blood, can you?
no. The Hecata have a painful kiss.
Oh.
And it does not carry with it the sweet illusion that other kindred do when they feed. So,
That's why you eat the dead. Okay.
kindred... Now, this is something I've, just as a sidebar, I've never really understood this. Coerced or willing vampire victims of the Hecata bite must make a frenzy test to avoid falling terror frenzy. It doesn't say that unwilling victims have to make a frenzy test, which doesn't make sense because it should still be scary.
Maybe they just auto fail.
I'm going to give him a frenzy test with a slightly lower difficulty because he's already in fight or flight mode, is
Yeah.
what I understand to be the sort of vibe there. Like, it's not supposed to be I don't think it's supposed to be a free frenzy every time you do it, but
Mm-hmm.
he did just get a messy critical. He's in a bad place.
Yeah.
That is a success. So Ajax does not fall into terror frenzy.
But they're in some of the worst pain of their life.
It's
Or
bad.
unlife.
He will scream He is currently at 1 superficial and 4 aggravated damage.
That's rough, dude.
He you fucking shit! He will attempt to bite Mathias back.
Yep.
With 2 vampires around his neck, he's then gonna contort his neck to get to...
Well, Mathias and him are kind of almost like they're necking already. Like
They're
that's sort of what that looks
kissing.
like. He will blood surge again. His hunger does rise.
What do I get to? Do I roll to resist, or do I?
He's rolling a strength brawl versus your dex athletics. He does not have a penalty this time because you are grappled.
Okay. And does celerity do anything for me on this?
Celerity, if you only have celerity 1, it does not do anything for you.
Okay. Cool. Dexterity athletics. Got it.
To try and wriggle your neck out of the way.
I am going to willpower those 2.
I will warn you that unless you get a crit, you will fail anyway. So you may want to save the willpower.
How much more willpower?
I
you
could
got?
crit though.
You got a free willpower back.
Yeah, I only have 1 left now though. I already used the other one.
Oh, so if you use it now, you'll be.
I'll be I won't use it then.
Okay.
I'll take the 2 aggro.
You will take 2 aggravated damage as Ajax bears his own fangs and slams them into your clavicle. And you feel the blood pulsing between you as you each drink from each other. A truly vicious cycle. He is also going to take a, let's see. No, I said Reggie's behind him, so he can't look at Reggie, fortunately. He's going to take a severe penalty and just try and sock Reggie with a backhand as a secondary action.
Bitch.
He takes a big dice penalty for splitting his pool like this.
Dexterity.
You can roll dex athletics, yeah.
Thank you. Athletics, dexterity. Am I high? I forget. I think I am, right?
You are, because you drank from someone in delirium, yes. So you get a +1 die.
Woo! Look at that, baby.
Oh,
God,
6 successes.
All right. Holy crap.
Oh,
Reggie,
that feels good.
You see almost a little tiny flash of the future as his fist comes up in a backhand, and you hurriedly dodge out of the way. He smashes into the wall behind him, cracking it slightly, and then you sling your arms back around his neck, trying to hold him down for your coterie. That is Ajax's turn. Mathias.
So how does the continued bite thing work? Do I have to make another?
So if you want that to be your action, you can just take that action and it will slake a hunger off of him. That's it.
Cool. I'm gonna do that. And do I heal from it?
You may make a rouse check to heal superficial damage. If
I
you
do have
any.
1 superficial damage, so.
So you may, yes.
Cool.
So you can do that first and then slake a hunger if you fail, for sure.
Yeah. Not remorse test. Rouse check.
I feel so bad about biting Ajax, guys. Vivi really doesn't want this.
Okay.
So fail, but you may heal that superficial and then drink more fresh sanguine down from Ajax, and you feel he wants to do the same to you next round, but he doesn't have the one ability that lets him do it immediately. So you're going to start trading blood unless he goes into torpor, but for now he is at hunger 4. The cronies, they're going to try and break out of Chaz's shadows.
They're going to fail because they stink.
Hold firm, Chaz. Hold firm.
They're big stinky dinguses.
Wow, that's just no successes.
Hey!
And that is 3, which that is the second one, and their difficulty was 2. So the crony near the door breaks out, doesn't have a gun. So good idea, Antonio.
Which is good. Thank you.
That's always good news.
So the one on the couch is just frozen, or not frozen, but still grappled by the shadows and can't move to get at anyone. The one near the door sort of wriggles out and his form sort of lightens slightly. Reggie, it is your turn.
Can I use compel against other vampires?
You can. It's
Is it very, very hard?
It's not very, very hard. It's just harder, but you can.
Yeah. I'm gonna try and compel this guard who just got loose to sit.
Okay.
Oh, they're not a vampire, baby.
Yeah, he's not even a
That's
vampire.
also true. They are only ghouls, so
Oh, awesome.
it is...
Okay, well, it's inverse intelligence resolve, and I'm sure that ghoul has really high intelligence. So I'm gonna roll charisma.
This ghoul is
dominate.
a PhD. He got into crime for the benefits, so job market out
Yeah,
there
no
is
other
real bad
options,
for
yeah.
doctorate students.
But also, they're really high right now.
So it's here.
Manipulation plus dominate, I believe.
Or no. I think it's charisma.
Oh, look at that. Yep, okay.
I mean, we could change it to manipulate.
No. Manipulate is mesmerize. So
Cock
go ahead.
and balls. All right.
What?
You heard him.
Just a little song.
Reggie
tries. Your charisma's higher.
It's gonna be a cock and balls.
It's the next verse, and it's got to be a good night.
It's gonna be a cock and balls kind of night.
It's gonna be a cock and balls kind of night.
I can't wait for the remix of that.
Do you want a blood surge, Reggie, for
Yeah,
a rouse check?
let's do that as well.
Rouse check first.
Okay, fine. All right, I succeeded.
Succeed. Great. So plus 2 dice on this.
All right, plus 3 dice because I'm high.
This is not a mental pool. So no.
Oh, shut up. Bam. 4 successes.
Great. He rolled 0.
Fantastic. Reggie just like panicking as that guy makes a move at Reggie. Reggie just goes, sit.
So the guy breaks out. You see his form kind of, again, resaturates as the shadows fall off of him. And he turns toward his boss, hoping to help. And Reggie's like, sit. And he just, whoop, and just plants his ass in the couch.
That's amazing.
A combat compel is a hard thing to pull off. But yeah, that guy was primed for it.
Look at you. Proud of you, bud.
Fantastic.
Does it say how long compel lasts? 'Cause I think it's only a few seconds.
It lasts hours.
10
8
years,
years.
actually. It's wild.
He's sitting there forever.
You don't delete the description.
You delete the description in your sheet.
Yep, just as I was reading it.
Just trash the whole thing.
Oh, shit.
Just burn it all down. A single turn.
Well, it says complete the command in a single turn, but the
Oh.
duration is no more than a single scene.
So all
That's,
scene.
that's a whole scene.
And you got a full success, so I think he's gonna. I don't think that means he can't start trying to fight, but he's gonna try and stay sitting while he does it.
He's gonna scoot his ass on the ground like a dog.
I told him to sit like one.
The other guy just starts throwing shit from their wallet.
Oh no, that ghoul has worms. No.
And Chaz. Now you can't take any other actions other than maintaining the arms, but I think you can at least slip in the door and close it behind you.
Can I lock it as well?
Yeah, you can slip in, close the door, and keep your arms up. So you have one ghoul currently clutched in an arm. What would you like to do with the others?
So everybody's kind of incapacitated right now with this whole like brawl that's happening with Ajax.
Yep, fight's done.
I mean, we still gotta beat the shit out of this guy.
Ajax is still active, and the crony on the couch is still kicking.
He's still kicking.
I will say, you can use your arms to just punch things instead of grapple them. So you could gang up on Ajax as well.
Oh, punch him in the nards.
Pick up one of them and then hit him with the other guy.
Can I get in on Ajax without hitting anyone else?
Because you have shadow powers, I'll say yes, because those are just sort of their own thing happening.
Okay.
Actually, I'll say mostly yes. If you get a messy crit or a bestial failure, you'll hit Mathias as well.
Ooh.
So just don't do that.
What if instead of hitting, can I just like try to like restrain his like, can I like try to like restrain him by the neck so he can not bite people?
Sure, you can just start to grapple him again, sure.
I'm gonna try to grapple him just so I can see if I can keep him from doing any more damage.
Are you going to let go of the last ghoul, or are you going to split your pool again?
I'm gonna split the pool. I want to keep a hold of him.
Great, so you're gonna roll your Wits Oblivion, and then you're gonna take a -4 penalty from the dice you're splitting off of. I won't make you roll those again, but those are what you need to hold that guy. So Wits Oblivion -4 dice.
Wits Oblivion. I did it.
Oh, you did it all right.
4.
Woo!
Yeah.
4 successes.
Yeah, nice.
4 with half of a messy critical, but not a messy critical. Let's see what Ajax gets.
Fail.
Yeah.
That is those. I mean, I was gonna spend some willpower, but those are blank ass dice. I mean,
Yeah.
he has a lot of hunger. Those are more blank dice.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yes!
So you, Mathias, you feel the fangs ripped out of your neck. Now that's not a clean one. That didn't feel good because he was going for damage. So you have a big shredded wound in your shoulder as he is yanked back by a shadow kind of snaking itself along its throat. And for the visual here, think of not like shadowy tentacles that have their own physical presence, but just the literal shadows on his body animating themselves and yanking him back.
Ooh.
Aw.
No, fuck shadow tentacles.
I wanted shadow tentacles. There's a big audience for shadow tentacles, Jonas. Okay?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Order the market.
I'm sorry. They can be shadow tentacles in the movie adaptation.
Hey, artists, get on it.
That's the end of our round. We're going to jump back up to Antonio.
Take away this fool's hunger.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna continue slacking some hunger.
You're going to just slake?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless I'm able to pull a trigger while I'm doing it. and get a couple pop shots at him.
You can do that instead. You can put the gun in his belly and shoot, sure. He's got a lot of people on him right now, and he's being restrained by a shadow, so I'll give him another penalty to, he can't dodge, right? So it's just a matter of wriggling himself around to make sure you can't get the shot off.
Well, you know what? Because it's confirmed that the room is soundproof. I'm just going to continue with the bite, I think.
Okay, that makes less sound than a gunshot, so I'm not sure why you led with that, but go for it.
I know, because him yelling is going to be definitely less noticeable than gunshot, soundproof or not.
Okay, do you want to bite him again or just drink?
Because biting does more damage to him, but drinking slakes his hunger.
Yeah, I'm just going to bite.
You're going to bite again. So strength brawl plus 1 die. Actually, no, Reggie is no longer helping. So strength brawl, you can blood surge if you want.
I will blood surge.
And you can also slurp as loud as you want. It's soundproof in here.
It's true.
Just a real big slurpy sound.
Strength brawl.
Ooh. You'd only get 1 to reroll for willpower, so that might not be worth it.
Yeah.
But that could be a bestial.
Might be worth it
I will.
if it's a bestial failure. He has 3 successes, so you need a success on that one to not get a bestial failure.
I will.
Oh!
All right, a success.
I still got 3 willpower left. I'm not worried.
Oh my god, fuck you.
No, but you're already engaged with him. So yeah, we'll call that even, which means you'll deal the damage. Right? Hold on. If both participants are able to cause harm to their opponent, the actions of both parties emerge in a single conflict roll. The tie results in both parties inflicting
An Ajax is not able to inflict
damage on the other with a win margin of 1. No, well, he could if he was trying to fight back, but he was just trying to avoid getting bit, and he failed, which means, as I understand it, you deal the damage.
6 aggravated. Oh me, oh my.
6 aggravated. His upper torso and neck are just shredded open. You can see muscle, you can see bone. He looks a lot like Reggie did when he did this to Reggie. I will roll for him again to resist Terror Frenzy. He has spent some willpower. He still succeeds the Terror Frenzy with the reduced difficulty. There's one thing Ajax is not. It's a coward.
Okay.
Ajax, all right. What do we want to do here? He wants to leave,
Ajax
but he
got
knows that
He can't leave.
he knows he can't really do that. So he also wants to fuck over Reggie.
Does he even really know it's Reggie behind him?
Yes, for reasons that we can get into after this fight. They're Malkavians, that's all I'll say.
Okay.
I mean, he really wants to fuck over Reggie, but I think because of that messy earlier, he
Eyes
is
on me.
a little more focused on survival. So he's just going to punch Mathias as hard as he can and try and shove him off of him. So he's not going to split his pool, so no penalty this time other than the many other penalties he's suffering.
And this is athletics dexterity, right?
But that one you should be able to use celerity on, right? If it's a punch.
No, it's bullets. That's.
I gave it to him to fake the thing earlier, but rapid reflexes technically only helps you
Yeah.
dodge bullets. It's
Gotcha.
a little weird. You're looking at 4 successes, Mathias.
I have gotten 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
You are going to take 4 superficial halve to 2 as he just double fist punches you in the chest and knocks you backward. You go tumbling over the table and hit the other side of the couch. And Ajax starts trying to stand, and he's not going to make it, but he's going to start trying to get out of the room.
Boy, will you try.
That brings us to Mathias.
Sweep the leg.
I mean,
I'll tell you this. Ajax has 1 slashed box on his health tracker left. If you can deal any damage, he will go into torpor.
Get him.
okay.
Football tackle.
Get him.
I mean, the thing is, my strength sucks, and I probably didn't bring my gun because I wasn't really wanting this to happen.
Why wouldn't you bring your gun? You don't have to use it.
Because I only have open carry.
It's funny because Antonio doesn't even have that.
Hey, listen, it's several other turns before Ajax goes again. Chastity does have him grappled. Antonio's on him. The cronies are still active. There's other things you could do.
Yeah, I think Mathias is going to, kind of slowly get up off the ground after being thrown across the room, walk across the room, pick up his silver dollar off the ground, and just stare Ajax in the eyes and says, "Tickled." And I want to help I'm basically drawing his attention to help the next person.
Okay, I'm gonna make you roll because he's kind of not gonna worry about that.
All right, fine. Then I'll do something else that's less cool. Fuck. I'll just grab him around the neck. Is that what you want, Jonas?
No,
around the neck?
no,
that
it is. Casey, I want you to do it. I just want you to roll for it. This is a dice game. Give me
dice.
Give me charisma, persuasion, or performance again.
You're good at that.
I'd rather performance.
Yeah, that's fine.
This is stage magic, right?
To draw his attention? Yeah.
Wait, are you saying I can actually use stage magic for this?
You can't use your specialty, but you can use performance.
Yeah, okay.
And I think he is still somewhat focused on you because of the earlier thing, but he is really focused on getting out now. That's all.
4 successes.
All right, you'll get a bonus die. Whoever goes next. As you just see him snarling and spitting utter rage in his eyes. You can see if he's not in frenzy already, like a fury frenzy, he is steps away from it, and his eyes are wide and full of lights. Cronies. Well, one is grapple. He's going to try and break out. This guy's having a bad day.
I feel like they're all having a bad day.
The other one is going to scoot over and try to pull Antonio off of Ajax as he stays on the couch.
I should have told him to run.
Antonio, strength brawl.
No, we don't want.
Strength brawl?
We don't want him drawing a scene.
Right, yeah.
You are looking at 4 successes. You know what? This won't spend willpower to.
Might as well.
No, never mind.
Oh, 4 successes? I didn't realize. Can I rouse my blood?
You can if you really want to.
Oh, yeah, true. Nah, it's not worth it.
Yeah, you're pretty hungry right now.
He rips you off of Ajax, and there is now no one grappling Ajax other than Chaz and her arms. So let's see what happens with them. Reggie, it's your turn.
We gotta do 1 damage. 1 damage.
Let's go for it.
You got a +1.
Give him a little slap across the face. No,
Take off the glove that you've been wearing the entire time.
Daddy, no.
I guess Reggie will just... I mean, Reggie's still behind him, so I guess Reggie will just punch him in the back of the head.
Okay, strength brawl.
Donkey punch.
Could we make that dexterity brawl? Because I did like a chop.
Strength brawl.
Judo chop.
That's fine.
+1 die for Mathias.
And +1 die from being high.
Yeah, no, that's not a mental.
You said yeah first.
You gotta focus where
You first.
You almost got me. That was not intentional. I was just happy you remembered the thing, and then I was like, wait, no.
Wait.
All right. We got 5 dice here. 1 success. We're gonna willpower.
Will.
For the 3 non-hunger
will,
dice.
will.
Reggie's still at 1 hunger.
Yeah, you could blood
Yeah.
surf.
Oh my god. Oh, 3 success. That's a 4 success.
4.
Jackpot,
Alright.
baby!
Now Ajax doesn't. He's down a penalty because no one's grappling him right now, but he is still under his compulsion.
Well, the shadows are grappling him.
Oh,
Me?
he's still being grappled by shadows. Yes, I'm sorry, I forgot. Never mind. This is bad. He's gonna blood surge, and he will not go into frenzy if he fails this roll. He is now at hunger 5, however,
Hey.
Woo.
which means these are all hunger dice that he's rolling.
Oh my god.
Let's get some fails. This will be funny.
You
Give it.
Make your own kind
The
of
music.
Sing your own special song. Because we do the anime punch to the back of the head where he bounces off the ground afterwards.
I'm not even shitting you. On 5 hunger dice, no reroll, 4 successes.
Oh. Wait, no, you still do
kidding
damage,
me.
right?
Which means both parties deal damage to each other with a margin of 1.
Incredible.
Well, that's enough to take him into torpor.
That's a thing of beauty.
So Reggie, if you'll allow me.
Yeah. Hit me with it.
You see Ajax turn at the last second as his Malkavian auspex tips him off that you're swinging. The shadows on his body constrict, tighten, trying to pull him down. You swing for the back of his head, and just a little too quickly, he catches your wrist and twists it, breaking your hand at the wrist in an echo of that snap. 1 year ago, almost to the day. And, quick as anything, your other arm comes up with a lightning strike, hits him in the jaw. He bites his own lower jaw with his fangs, and is smashed into torpor.
Oh, hell yeah.
You are going to take 1 aggravated damage.
Okay, that's fine.
He breaks your wrist sideways. You've got bone poking through your skin.
Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
But Ajax falls.
Rising from below, that woman you didn't know. Rising from below, that woman you didn't know. Sweet karma for the street crawler. Thought you had the lead in this game. Thought it ended when you spent it. Never thought to anticipate you'd be the victim of your victim. Don't blame me, honey, you earned this fate. Sweet karma for the street crawler, and sweeter karma for me.
Guys, I've got a new weapon, don't worry.
Yeah, there you
It's
go.
the bone sticking out
Some
of my
Full Metal
wrist.
Alchemy shit right there.
Oh my
You
god.
still have your stake as well, which is, by the way, is like it's a 3-foot long wooden pole. Like that's a good battering club.
Yeah, I forgot that was in my hand.
Chaz, you see all that happen. What do? You still have one crony in your shadows and one sitting on the couch. I'll tell you, these guys are not diehard soldiers, but you're welcome to do whatever you want with them.
I mean, I think that Chaz is going to actually just look at Reggie and say, "Are you going to finish it?"
I don't know about the goons.
Let's cut away. Mars.
Why there? Why there?
Mars, as you are trying to transition to your next song and maintain Siren's beckoning, this nausea is bubbling and rising in you, and it is beginning to overwhelm you. You can hear the earworm screaming, and it twists suddenly into a funereal dirge.
Oh no.
You're gonna puke blood all over this crowd if you don't get off this stage right now.
Oh no. Okay. The sense of that pointed beard man that Elliot was in there, it made her want to stay on the stage and keep playing.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a moment where, as it's starting to wash over her, she's like, "You're not my manager anymore." And that's where that kind of like recedes. But internally, that swelling and that nausea is what builds up on the inside. I think this manifests physically. I think you see her kind of like, catch her mouth and try to hold it together, but it's just not working. So she unplugs her guitar from the amp and turns around and starts to bolt off the stage. Drop the guitar at the base of the stairs, and she is running for the room where Mathias is, because something inside her is telling her that he shouldn't die right now. He doesn't need to die right now, and it needs to stop right now.
Mm-hmm.
And she doesn't know what's going on in that room. Frankly, the gunshot excited her earlier, but she doesn't want him to die, and she needs to stop it.
You are sick with yourself. You are sick with blood. You are sick with the music. You are stumbling like you are in the middle of a migraine. Lights flashing, bass pounding. As you try and pull yourself up the stairs and get to the room, you are almost falling to your knees and crawling by the time you get there. Inside, Chaz, you say that to Reggie. Reggie says, "I don't know about the goons."
I do think I'm going to retract one of the shadow arms, the one from Ajax, and use it to hold the other goon.
I think we should try and subdue all these goons before we do anything with Ajax.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to punch one of the goons.
Yeah.
I'm going to punch
as soon
someone
as you
who's
stake him,
sitting.
he's out of the question.
Honestly, at this point, with all that just happened, again, these guys are not trained soldiers. They still have that compulsion. They just saw a lot of crazy shit happen. I think we're done with this fight. I think
Plus, how much? They're not fighting back anymore, are they?
they're not gonna, they see Ajax go down. Like, if they were still up and had their weapons, they might try and go for something, but they've been thoroughly humiliated. I think you are just able to retract the shadow from Ajax. It slithers onto the last goon and just holds him down on the couch like a seatbelt. He just stops trying to fight Antonio. You rest yourself free. You all not exactly catch your breaths, but compose yourselves. And that is when Mars rips open the door.
Don't do it!
And so closes another chapter of Midnight Gravity.
Oh.
Thank you all for listening.
Woo!
That went both better and worse than I expected. You know, it's kind of funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
But congratulations. We have taken down Ajax. We are something the Trojans could never do. As a reminder, on April 6th and 7th, that is the weekend after this episode comes out, we will be tabling at the Long Island Tabletop Gaming Expo. We've got some collectibles, we've got giveaways, little quests, games, and you can come and meet all of us. We are all going to be there. You can get your tickets and find out more about the expo at litabletop.com. Come say hi, come check out all the other cool people that are going to be there. It's going to be a lot of fun, so we hope to see you there. Meghan, as our special guest, would you care to plug first?
Hi, I'm Meghan. I'm on Instagram at Hello Meghan Martin.
Rachel.
You can follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Majora's Rose. You can follow me on Instagram and other socials for my personal stuff at Rachel Kordell. You can check out my cool little playlist. You can check out this podcast too, I guess.
Cool little podcast, RP Jesters. I don't know if you've heard of it.
You could tell your friends about the podcast. Actually, if everyone just like told one of their friends to listen to it, we could start like a mad pyramid scheme. Just kidding.
Wait, no, hold on. We got something cooking now.
Anyway, that's it for me. Tell your friends.
Casey.
You can check out my social medias at Casey_Reardon on TikTok and Instagram. That's where I do the most postings for voice acting stuff and sometimes mead content.
Woo!
Nice. Tintenseher, Linktree. You know me. Thanks.
Remember in the early days of the podcast where I used to say thanks for watching? Now you can actually do that. Go to our TikTok, our Instagram, our YouTube channel. We have funny little clips of all the things that you listened to already, but now you can see our beautiful faces too.
My favorite is Vampires Still Don't Dream. That's my favorite clip we've done.
Yeah.
We'll watch that one.
Yeah.
It was a blue ball moment.
Sky?
Oh, yeah. Do you hate your boss? Do you just despise the person that made this new weird career for you that you didn't necessarily want, so you were going to kill him with your friends, and then your other friend
it's a metaphor.
came in and was like, no, don't do it. And now you're just frustrated and you don't know what to do? Try writing out
Sky's boss is listening. It's not about you.
Exactly. Try relaxing with a nice thing to say about us on a review. You know, put some positivity out in the world. 5 stars, wherever you could write a review, on the wall of that bathroom you're currently listening to us in. Wherever you want. And, good morning.
Good night.
Good morning. Good afternoon. Good night.
It's good morning for Ajax.
Good morning
'cause he's going to
for
meet the sun
Ajax.
tomorrow.
Yeah, we're going to put him on a boat
Wait, is he?
into the
Don't
middle
do
of the
that.
Atlantic.
No, don't do that.
We're going to parent trap him.
We're going to parent
We're
trap
bringing the
Ajax.
Viv, probably, hopefully,
I think so.
maybe.
Can you hear the vampire sing? Sing the song of thirsty men.